Oh, I like that. That's all right. It's got her logo on it. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I put it. I didn't get her name. You wrote it. I wasn't credited. Well, that's good. It looks like it was printed, so. I thought when you got it, it was printed it out.
Hello. Hello, friends. How is everybody doing today? You doing good? I love it. I heard some exciting news today. I know we have a friend who had a birthday yesterday, and we have another friend who has a new brother. So many exciting things happening. This has been a great week, and I'm excited to start with story time. You guys ready to stand up and say hello? Here we go. Up, down, turn around, touch the sky and touch the ground. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your shoulders and say hello. Guess what, friends? We are going to go to space today. Right, so stand up. Do you want to go with me to the moon? Oh boy, well let's fly aboard our rocket ship. We're leaving really soon. Oh, here we go. Faster and faster. We jump to the sky. Oh, isn't it fun to know how to fly? Listen, we're flying. Look, it's the moon. Oh, let's land on the moon and take a look. Whoa. Now have a seat and we'll read a book. Yeah. And our first story is all about the moon landing. It's about some astronauts who were the first people to travel the rocket ship to the moon and land there. Are we ready? Moon Landing by Jill McDonald. Can you see the moon in the night sky? There it is. Did you know that astronauts once walked there? An astronaut's job, of course, is to travel to space. It took a big team, lots of imagination, and many years to send a rocket to the moon. You had to have an engineer and a trainer and a tailor and a mathematician and a flight controller and even a welder. President John F. Kennedy set a goal of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth. Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins, and Neil Armstrong were the three brave astronauts chosen for this special job. Each of these men was an experienced pilot. The mission was called Apollo 11. The astronauts wore a helmet and gloves and boots and a spacesuit to keep them safe. Their headsets allowed them to talk to mission control back on Earth. On July 16, 1969, the giant rocket was ready for liftoff at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. This spaceship took off from Florida. That's where we went. All right, can we count it down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The astronauts spent 4 days on the spaceship before reaching the moon. In space, there's not much gravity, so they could float around. Yeah. Gravity is the force that pulls us down to the ground and keeps us there. Two important parts of the spaceship were the command module Columbia and the lunar module Eagle. On July 20th, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong climbed into Eagle and steered toward the moon. The landing was tricky because of the large craters and rocks that were on the moon's surface. Finally, Armstrong announced to mission control, the Eagle has landed. He went down the ladder and he took the very first steps on the moon. Armstrong said these famous words, That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Families all over the world gathered around their televisions to watch this amazing event. Aldrin joined Armstrong, and they collected soil and rocks for scientists to study. There's no wind or rain on the moon, so the footprints that astronauts left are still there. They also planted an American flag and left a plaque that read, "We came in peace for all mankind." After a day of experiments, the astronauts were ready to leave the moon and link Eagle back to the command module Columbia. Once Armstrong and Aldrin joined Collins in Columbia, they cast Eagle off into space and left it behind. Columbia returned safely to Earth. The Apollo 11 astronauts were home from the moon. Parachutes helped to land Columbia in the Pacific Ocean, and it was picked up by a Navy aircraft carrier. After so many years of planning and dreaming, it was time to celebrate the 3 heroes who went to the moon. Would you like to go to the moon someday? Yeah. I think that would be so very cool. And guys, that story I just read is a real life story. It really happened. Would you like to see the video of the rocket ship blasting off? Okay, let's watch it. Here.
Watch it. See it?
20 seconds.
Rocket. Rocket.
T minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Oh boy, it looks good.
Video of the story we just read. That was real life. How cool was that? So neat. All right, would you guys like to pretend to be astronauts going on that spaceship to the moon? All right, we'll stand up because we have to get ready. We have to have some special gear, and we're going to go to the moon. The first thing we need is our suit, okay? We're going to put on our suit. If you're going to the moon, get your suit. If you're going to the moon, get your suit. If you're going to the moon, this is what you gotta do. If you're going to the moon, get your suit. All right, we need some boots. Are you ready? If you're going to the moon, wear your boots. If you're going to the moon, wear your boots. If you're going to the moon, this is what you gotta do. If you're going to the moon, wear your boots. Now we need some gloves. Yeah. If you're going to the moon, wear your gloves. If you're going to the moon, wear your gloves. If you're going to the moon, this is what you gotta do. If you're going to the moon, wear your gloves. Now we need a helmet. Yeah. If you're going to the moon, wear your helmet. If you're going to the moon, wear your helmet. If you're going to the moon, this is what you gotta do. If you're going to the moon, wear your helmet. All right, let's do the whole thing. If you're going to the moon, wear your suit and your boots and your gloves and your helmet. If you're going to the moon, wear your suit and your boots and your gloves and your helmet. If you're going to the moon, this is what you gotta do. If you're going to the moon, wear your suit and your boots and your gloves and your helmet. Yay, we're ready to go. Okay, now let's pretend to be the rocket ship. Oh, can you make a rocket ship shape? Okay. Are we ready? I'm a little rocket ship going to the moon. I am getting gassed up, we'll be ready very soon. When you climb aboard me, then I'll say, blast! We're on our way. Oh, can you fly first? Let's fly! Oh, we're bumping up and down in our little space shuttle, bumping up up and down in our little space shuttle, rolling up and down in our little space shuttle. Won't you go to the moon with me? Oh, we're on our way to the moon. Oh, this is so fun. Yeah. Oh, we've got on our suits and we are ready. We've got on our suits and we are ready. We've got on our suits and we are ready. Won't you go to the moon with me? I see the moon. Let's go land. There's a land. Oh, let's look out. Whoa. The moon is just a big rock. Oh, there's no water here. And there's no wind. It's just a big rock. I wonder what's going to happen when we step out of our rocket ship onto the big rock. Let's try it. You ready? Let's step out of our rocket ship. Whoa! Hey, we're bouncing around. There's not a lot of gravity here to keep us down. Oh, man. We're jumping all around. Stepping on the moon and we're bouncing high. Stepping on the moon and we're bouncing high. Stepping on the moon and we're bouncing high. We're having fun on the moon today. This is so much fun bouncing around. Oh, but let's look out into space. What do we see out there? Planets and stars and oh no, it's the sun. Oh, good thing I have on my helmet to protect my eyes. Oh, the sun and the stars and the planet. And wait, where's the planet we live on? Earth. It's right there. Oh, this is wonderful. Hey, can we pretend to be stars? Can you twinkle like the stars? Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, stand and twinkle where you are. Twinkle high and twinkle low. Twinkle fast and twinkle slow. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now sit and twinkle where you are. Good job, guys. You are so good at playing pretend. I love it so much. Now, something that we noticed when we were on the moon and we were looking at all the things is that the Earth was spinning. It was spinning round and round and round. Yeah. And when the Earth spins, it takes one whole day for the Earth to make one turn. Yeah. So it goes like this. Hold on, let me get my legs. Let me do this. All right, here we go. The Earth turns around. The Earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the Earth turns around. All right. Can you guys pretend to spin your Earth? The Earth turns around. The Earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the Earth turns around. Good job. Now, while that's happening, the moon is going around the Earth. All right, so I want you to hold up a finger like this. This is your Earth. And pretend that your Earth is spinning. Okay? And then I want you to hold up another finger, and that's your moon. And your moon is going to go around your Earth. Okay? Here we go. Now, it takes 30 days, or about 28 to 30 days, for the moon to go around the Earth, and we call that a month. You ready? The moon goes around the Earth. The moon goes around the Earth. Every month, the moon goes around the Earth. All right. Now, that's a lot of spinning, because the Earth is spinning, and the moon is spinning, but guess what? Both of them are spinning around the sun. What? That's so much spinning. And it takes the Earth and the moon 1 year to go around the sun. Okay? So I want you to hold up 2 fingers. Okay? And your 2 fingers. And then you're going to hold up 1 finger on the other side. So like this. You're going to go around. Your 2 fingers will go around. Are you ready? get us ready. All right. The earth goes round the sun, the earth goes round the sun. Once a year, every year, the earth goes round the sun. Whoa! That's so much whirling and twirling up here in space. That's pretty fun. But you know what? When you look up at the moon, does it look like a big rock? No, it doesn't look like a big rock, does it? It's glowing. But you know the moon is a rock, and it doesn't actually glow on its own. It only glows when the sun shines on it. So we're going to pretend that my flashlight is the sun. You see my moon, it's not very glowy. But what happens when my sun shines on it? It starts to glow. And that's what happens with our moon. When the sun glows, then when the sun hits the moon, it starts to glow. And it's pretty neat. And I will tell you, a really neat thing about this is that the moon, unlike the sun, makes pictures for us. So, all of that whirling and twirling that's happening in space means that sometimes the moon only sees part, or the sun only sees parts of the moon. So this is our moon, and sometimes we can't see any of it. And the sun is not shining. And so we call that the new moon. And that is like invisible. It's an invisible moon. Oh, you know what? That is a really good thing, the lunar eclipse, and that's a little advanced for what the city limit to talk about today. Okay, so, but as the Earth and the moon are spinning around the sun, you can see more. And look, that looks like a C, doesn't it? Yeah, and we call this a crescent moon. And then it moves over some more, and we get to see more until it moves all the way over, and we get a full moon. Has anybody ever seen a full moon? Yeah. And then it starts to go back a little bit, and we start to see less and less and less of the moon until it's all the way back to the new moon again, and it looks invisible. All right, now, there are 8. Can you show me 8? Okay, that's 5 fingers on one hand, and 3 fingers on the other hand. 5 plus 3 equals 8. There are 8 phases of the moon. Do you guys think you could dance those 8 phases with me?
Oh, you ready to dance?
Let's get it go.
You ready to dance? She's going to dance and show you how to dance.
Here we go.
But Mama,
All right, Mr. Garrett, we are ready. There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hair was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his eyes were made of meatballs, meatballs, and meatballs. His eyes were made of meatballs, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his nose was made of cheese, of cheese, of cheese. His nose was made of cheese, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His mouth was made of pizza, of pizza, of pizza. His mouth was made of pizza, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. Yay! Is that a silly looking man? Yeah, he lived in the moon. Mr. Aiken Drum. All right, friends, go ahead and have a seat. We're going to read one more story today. We're going to read one more story. And this is about a bear. And he doesn't know that the moon changes shape. All right, so we're going to find out what happens. It's called the Moon Keeper. All right. There is a letter addressed to Emil. He has been invited to attend the meeting of the night creatures to hear a very important announcement. The night creatures have chosen him as the new Moon Keeper. Emil is honored because this is a very important job. Emil prepares himself for the task. Whoa, look at all the things he gets. He gathers up all these things. There are many things he might need for looking after the moon. At dusk, he climbs the 93 steps of the ladder to meet the moon. Up in the sycamore tree, Emil introduces himself. The moon is beautiful and round. Emil has never looked at the moon this way before, and he realizes just how magnificent it is. For several nights, Emil keeps watch over the moon. He clears some obscuring clouds and tells the group bats to move along when they play too close. There isn't a lot, but Emil finds the moon nice and soft in the stillness of the night. One evening, he notices something strange. Emil rubs his eyes. Is the moon getting smaller? What do you think? Is it getting smaller? His neighbor nods in agreement. Yes, indeed, it seems to be shrinking. The change is slight, to be certain. But Emil draws a picture of the moon each night and Which fish only swims at night? Asked the firefly. A starfish, replies another. Emil giggles at the joke and sees that the moon is smiling too. He phones his cousin in the jungle to find out how the moon looks over there. It isn't good news. Same here, Emil, reports his cousin. The moon grows thinner and thinner until it's no thicker than a thread. A big green bird lands beside Emil. Oh, Emil is sad. Guys, can you show me being sad? Emil is sad. I'm lost in the moon, Emil tells the bird. I was supposed to protect it, but I don't know how to make it stay. Watch me, says the bird. It jumps off the roof and flies into the darkness. Emil stares into the night, trying to keep the bird in sight. I'm back, says a voice behind Emil. Things come and go, you'll see, says the bird. And then the moon blinks and vanishes. What does vanishes mean? It goes away. The night is dark, but Emil pictures the moon in his mind and repeats the words of the big green bird until he falls asleep. When Emil wakes up, there's a new smile in the sky. You're back, he whispers. Each night the moon grows bigger and bigger until it fills the sky again. Aww, that was so sweet. And Emil did such a good job taking care of that moon. He did a good job. And now he knows the moon will go away and get smaller, and then it comes back and gets bigger again. All right, friends, that is the end of our moon story time. Man, that went fast. Oh, but we have more fun coming up. On Saturday is our free Kids Museum Day. So the museum is open for everybody. Well, bounce houses, Dairy Queen is coming. We've got some exhibitors are coming. We've got the bounce houses. We're going to go visit the planets and the science atmosphere. So grab a flyer about that this Saturday. We are still meeting for several weeks, but then over the summer, we are going to be meeting for story time. But we're going to do Mondays and Tuesdays, so you can choose which day is better for you. It's the same content each week. We'll be Monday and Tuesday at 10. Our playground is almost there. It is almost ready, and we're planning to have the grand opening in June. So be looking out